channeled message. We are currently going through a massive period of change. Probably the biggest that we will ever see in our lifetimes. And it's going to take a while to adjust to that change. The message that kept coming through after a period of me feeling so stuck and bound down, I kept hearing this message reminding me of self-mastery. That we are here with an ego to master that ego. A lot of us get bogged down with the identifications and attachments to this world and to what we deem ourselves to be. And I believe that this is restricting us, especially in this period of change. Always going to be restricting us because it leads us to more suffering. The ego, it likes to identify and attach. It likes to give you a name. And the ego isn't a bad thing. It's here for a reason. However, if we get too attached to the ego, we allow the ego to become the master of us and the master of our soul, when it is the truth that we are our soul, we are light, we are connected to everything. When we become aware of this truth, we can get to a point of mastering our ego and allowing ourselves to attach or detach from anything at will. This is where true power comes in. A lot of us have attached to identities which are no longer serving us. You may just identify with your job role, your role at home, your role with friends, and this has caused us a lot of suffering for a long time. This is because when you are attached to a role, you have certain expectations that you put on yourself and that society puts onto you. Now, a lot of us are doing this unconsciously. This is what is causing us to have this attachment to this world, and what stops us from being able to maneuver through these changes, because no matter what, the ego is going to try to attach to something. This is where doubt comes in. This is where you have imposter syndrome, telling yourself you can't be something because you're this. It's also where our superego starts to tell us we have to be this in order to be pure, in order to be good, and then we may judge and separate ourselves from others in order to adhere to this narrative that we've told ourselves or have been told by society. A lot of us right now need to understand that we are one, and all these narratives that we are telling ourselves, whether it's a religious narrative, a spiritual narrative, an atheist narrative, it's not just to do with, philosophy or spirituality, but we could be telling ourselves something that is separating us more from one another, and in turn separating us from ourselves, from an aspect of us. Now, there's a lot of people who aren't going to understand this message, who aren't on that frequency just yet, and can't integrate this message. So speaking of integration, when mastering the ego, and this is what came through as well, when I was feeling these feelings, when mastering the ego, it isn't about separating yourself from certain identities that you have created in this life or that has been put onto you in this life. Integration is remembering that you are all. You are the light and the dark. And this stops this separation, this judgment onto yourself. And it gives you more options. It allows you to broaden your awareness. A lot of us are needing this right now because of the changes that are occurring. You can see in the world today, everyone is trying to grab onto an identity, whether it's political identity, a social identity, being a pure identity. A lot of us are attaching to these identities instead of just being. And I think the big message here that I was getting at this time was that we're here to experience the ego instead of allowing the ego to master us and then use us for its will. A lot of the old world is breaking down now. A lot of what we thought we were isn't what we're going to be. I know ego death isn't easy. It's just of you, not you. Even me expressing myself as Lisa, that is an ego, an avatar. But I am the soul, connected to everything. And when you become the master of your ego, which means bringing awareness to the ego and integrating it, you no longer fall into separation. You become aware of the divine, of the all. Everything becomes just now, just is. A lot of us are in this separation wound, and we are stopping ourselves from connecting with one another. And a lot of us are falling into this separation and loneliness, and then we turn to something in reliance to gain that back, to help us escape. I believe that addiction comes from us not mastering the ego. This doesn't mean becoming the best. It means becoming so aware of self that the self doesn't govern you anymore. It is no longer the master of you. This whole realm is governed by your frequency and vibration. You decide how you go about this realm instead of allowing the doctrines, the narratives to decide for you. Powerful. There's power in this message, and I don't need cards. I don't need anything to channel. I use this as a conductor to conduct energy, have a lot of energy flowing through, so I don't need it. I use it as a tool, and that's a big thing too. Everything is just a tool. You are the energy. You are you are the energy that gives this power. Energy flows where attention goes. You need to hear that. The divine is flowing through you. And as these changes occur, just remember that. Just release. Learn to let go. You are more powerful through the divine, through God. You are more powerful than anything that you are facing right now. Don't attach yourself to, I'm hearing illness. Don't attach yourself to illness. Don't attach yourself to mental unwellness. Don't attach yourself to a job role, because then once it breaks and you lose yourself, and you are the power, as I said, you are the energy that gives this power. I'll be coming back to this video. Don't attach to these narratives that you keep telling yourself, or allowing this allowing this world to tell you. You are connected to divine consciousness. You are here because you are the divine incarnate. No, I don't think you guys realize what that means. You are here because you incarnate on this earth as the divine, the physical manifestation of the divine, and you're here attaching to a role. This download came through, I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing? I'm allowing myself to get stuck in this. I'm allowing myself to think I ain't good enough because I didn't do this, that. I can't do that. I can't channel that because I haven't done this, that. And it's bull crap. It's just, it's so stupid. So I hope that I've spoken some life into you. I hope that this message reaches someone who really needs this. And I hope that it helps you just shift. Because that's what we're doing right now. Everyone is just shifting. Jupiter is in retrograde. So we're just all going through this, trying to understand our belief systems again. And our belief system is what governs this reality.
That, or if I can believe it when I say it.
You'll see it when you believe, man.
Once you believe it, you'll see it. All glory to the divine, obviously. Thank you guys for listening. I really appreciate you for watching. I hope that this has assisted you. and subscribe, like, comment, share to someone who might need it, because I know a few people are going to need to hear this, whether it's just a reminder, because we all know, deep down we know. Subscribe and hit the notifications, and then that should let you know when I do release another video. So guys, that's it from me today. I'll see you soon. Bye. Lots of love.